Well, again, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of us who celebrate. As I said to the children, not all of us have children and not everyone is a mother, but we all have a mother. Were our mothers perfect? No one's perfect. But they were perfect for us, and whether we knew it or not, we were learning many things from our mom. Moms come in all shapes and sizes, from all religions, all cultures. And I would like us to think about all the great memories we have or had with our mom. The silly things that only you two shared, the grown-up things you did together, the laughter you shared that will never match any other laughter. These are the important parts of our relationship that we will hold on to forever. We've heard many stories about mothers in the Bible. And I went through this with the Sunday school kids this morning, and they knew one right off the top of their head. Mary. There's also Eve and Sarah and Rebecca and Elizabeth and many more. What kind of mother do you think all these women were? Think about Eve. We've heard the story of creation many, many times. In this story, Eve was in conversation with God quite frequently. And I'm thinking she probably knew God on a deeper level than any other woman in the Bible. Now Sarah, she was the wife of Abraham. She would be the mother of Israel. She was with Abraham as he journeyed into the promised land. And as a side note, if you remember, Abraham in the story of his life is the first historical evidence we have from the Bible. So now moving into the New Testament, two mothers that we have become very familiar with are Elizabeth and Mary. Elizabeth was the mother of John the Baptist, and Mary the mother of Jesus. These are some pretty impressive women with many responsibilities. Their dedication to their family and to God are lessons we can learn from each day. So, now that you've had a moment or two to think, what are some memories you have of your mom? It's gotta be some.
Working in the store with my mother.
Working together.
Fortunate to do that on a daily basis. Yeah.
I did that too.
Huh?
I did that too.
You did, yes, for each day.
Yeah.
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 Just growing up with my mom and my grandma, every Sunday afternoon we'd have dinner. The whole family get together, everybody sit down, have pot roast. Every single, now it continues today with pizzas and burgers and whatever, lasagnas and stuff, but it's a tradition that we've always done. You know, my mom and my grandma were inspiration for that, both our grandmoms.
Yeah. One of my favorite memories of my mom, well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's one that just keeps coming up all the time, was during the blizzard of '78. There was a little bit of snow on the ground here, and we lived just down the street here on the other side of the college. And I remember her pulling me in my sled all the way to the grocery store so we could get what we needed. Now, as a 7-year-old at that point, I was looking forward to the ride back home. However, my mom had other plans. You guessed it, the groceries got the ride and I had to walk. But for some reason, that's just one of those memories that always comes through in my mind. And then, you know, as I grew into an adult, that whole relationship changes. And as a mom, I'm seeing that in my kids. And Emily especially has started to come out of that teen stuff that looking for independence and all of that, and now she's starting to come out of that, and we're back to our relationship. Kind of, we have a little break, and apparently that's what happens when they're teens. But it's fun to see children grow. In preparing for today, I came across a Mother's Day sermon by Gerald Harris. And in his sermon, he had some great quotes by some very famous people who paid a tribute to their mom. John Quincy Adams, the 6th President of the United States, said, "All that I am, my mother made me." Abraham Lincoln, 16th President, "All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my angel mother." Dwight Moody, famed evangelist, declared, "All that I have ever accomplished in my life, I owe to my mother." Napoleon said, "Let France have good mothers, and she will give good sons." Benjamin West, who was born in Springfield, Pennsylvania, by the time he was 28, was the most popular painter in London. He declared, "A kiss from my mother made me a painter." And James Garfield, elected the 20th President of the United States in November 1880. His first act after being inaugurated president was to stoop and kiss his aged mother, who sat near him. And this poem followed. "They say that man is mighty. He governs land and sea. He wields a mighty scepter on lower powers than he. But mightier power and stronger, man from his throne was hurled. For the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world." If our world today, if we could treat others as we should treat our mothers, would be a much more peaceful and happier place for all of us to live. So hold on to those memories that you have of your mom and pass them on as much as you can.